Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna show you how you can identify whether a number is even or odd. Now don't worry about the concept because my main goal is to provide you how the concept works. Alright, so before starting our code, let me show you some example of how would we work on our code, in which concept we would proceed. Alright, so first of all, let me provide you some example first. So if I simply ask you to provide me some numbers, some random numbers, what you might provide me, let's see, you might provide me some random numbers that can be like this: 26, 369, and let's say 86, 931. Let's say I'm taking these four random numbers. If we know about the even number and odd number, then you can pretty much understand that this is an even number, this is another even number, and these two are two odd numbers. But yeah, we can pretty much understand which number is even or odd, but computer is not intelligent like us. Computer doesn't understand exactly how or which numbers are the odd numbers and which numbers are the even numbers. So we need to come up with an idea or some terminology by which we can code and let the computer know that, listen computer, if you see this type of pattern in any number, you can understand that this number is even number. Or if you can't find any pattern like this in a number, you can say easily that this is not an even number, so this is an odd number. All right, so let me simply divide these four numbers with 2 and let me show you whether we can find any pattern with that or not. So if I simply divide 26 with 2, 2 into 1, 2, we get 6, 3 into 2, 6. All right, so the remainder becomes 0. All right, and if I simply divide 369 with 2, 2 into 1, 2, we get 16, 9 into 2, sorry, 8 into 2, 8 into 2, 16. All right, 9, 4 into 2, 8. We get 1 as the remainder. All right, now if I simply divide 86 with 2, 4 into 2, 8, 6, 3 into 2, 6, the remainder becomes 0. And if I simply divide 931 with 2, I'm sorry, this is becoming pretty messy, but please try to understand what I'm doing here. If I simply try to divide 931 with 2, 4 into 2, 8, we get 13, 6 into 2, 12, we get 11, 5 into 2, 10, we get 1 as the remainder. So let's see whether we can get any pattern here or not. Whenever we are dividing any even number with 2, we are getting 0 as the remainder. Likewise here, 86 is another even number and we are getting 0 as the remainder. But whenever we are dividing an odd number with 2, we are getting 1 as the remainder each time. Likewise, 931 is another odd number and we are getting 1 as the remainder. So we can pretty much assume that whenever we will get any number from the user, or whenever we are trying to find out whether a number is even or odd, what we need to do, we need to simply divide that number with 2, and if we get 0 as the remainder, we can say that that number is an even number, and if that doesn't happen, we can say that that number is not an even number, so that number is obviously an odd number. All right, so we have to simply implement this concept into our code. Now today I'm gonna code this using the C++ programming language, but if you can understand the concept till now, then you should be able to implement this concept in any other programming language you want, like C, C++. I'm doing that right now, Java, Python, JavaScript, or anything else. So let's see. So first of all, I'm gonna declare an integer variable. Let's say integer variable, and I'm gonna take the value of this variable from the user. All right, and then I need to check the condition. So I'm gonna apply my condition here. I would simply divide that variable with 2, and if the remainder becomes 0, then I can say that this is an even number. But if that doesn't happen, what I can easily say that this number is an odd number, like this. Now let's check this code. All right, let's say I want to check whether number 596 is an even number or odd number. Now you may pretty much assume that this is definitely an even number, but that's not the point. Our point is that whether we can implement our concept in our programming language or not, because we want the computer to tell or identify whether a number is even or odd, like this. So let's say I'm providing 596 and it's telling me that this is an even number. Cool, our code is breaking. Now let's provide any random odd number. Let's say 98632 now, sorry. All right, it's telling me that this is an odd number, so we can see that my code is working correctly. Now if you can understand this concept, then you should also understand that you can change this condition as you see fit for yourself. Like I can change it to something like this: if after dividing that variable with 2, if the remainder becomes 1, we should print odd number, else even number, like. Or else we can also change it like this: if after dividing the variable with 2, if the remainder doesn't become 0, that is also an odd number, else even number. All right, so you can also do that if you want. Now don't worry about the source code because I'm going to provide that anyway. So that's it.